there, welcome back to Sunshine Acres. I'm Kara, and normally my husband would be beside me to say I'm Jason, but I'm going to be the primary one in this video today, and maybe he'll jump in and help me if I ask him nicely. So I started this project that we're working on today last weekend. Made these little column molds. So these are daisies, and you start with one of these molds and make soap and pour it in there, and comes out looking like this if you're lucky. However, I had a little mishap and the soap was curing way too fast, and I tried to pour it in here and it was making a huge mess, so we had to open them up and smear the soap in both sides because it was so thick. Close it back up. I was covered in soap. It was a mess. But miraculously, they turned out looking decent. I will say, I kept them in there for like 5 days. If they're not perfect, you can kind of fix them. I took a little razor blade and smoothed the edges out, and they turned out looking pretty good. One batch of soap is going to make more than a couple of column molds though, so I also made a batch of these cute little yellow roses, so I've got about 8 of those. So the plan today is to take these rectangular molds, which cut into about 12 bars, and I want to do green on the bottom. So we're going to make one batch of soap and fill half of 2 molds. There's one batch is going to fill a whole mold. So we're going to do a batch of green and put on the bottom of each of these. Then we're going to lay our pretty daisy down here. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that to size, obviously. That's not going to fit. And then we're going to lay one in each mold. And then we're going to make a blue, and that'll be enough to pour on the top half. So the idea is green grass, blue sky. Maybe I'll try and make some little designs on the top of that green, pluck it up, make it look like grass, or hopefully that's the idea. This is a week old, so you want to have it cured enough but not too cured so that everything will fuse together when it's in your mold. And so we'll do the green one, and then it'll be probably another hour tops before the blue one's done, so that'll still be, nice and open surface, not fully cured yet, that blue will stick on top of the green, and hopefully it'll all come together. So first things first, I'm going to take my recipe and weigh up all of my oils, but this one isn't really so much a tutorial of how to make soap, just a little bit of a different twist on what I normally do, so we'll probably roll through that pretty quick. But this is going to have olive oil, coconut oil, which is solid at room temperature, so you have to throw that in the microwave. Already did that. Mango butter, avocado oil, sodium lactate, just a teaspoon, that helps it release from the mold, and castor oil, just a little bit, that gives it some nice sudsy bubbles, not bubbles, sorry. Yeah, and I got a nice like floral spring scent that's going to go in there, and should be done just in time for spring. So we'll get started. We're not recording sound here. Feel free to speak freely, Jay. If we were talking, that would be funny though.
Oh, it's on. We can put it in there.
Oh yeah, that like exploded all over the place. So I put it in the microwave, but there was like a hard crusty in the top, so it went everywhere. But most of it went in the bowl, so it's not too bad. Okay, so I'm trying this again. My cameraman has gone to clean up, so I'm not really great at this. I'm trying. So I finished weighing up all the oils, and next we are going to get the lye and the water weighed up. It is going to be 10 ounces of water and 4.8 ounces of lye. We're going to weigh those in separate containers and slowly add the lye to the water. It's going to get hot, so be careful. Wear safety glasses and gloves. Do what I say, not what I do. All right. And helping me out is my daughter, Jayla, home from Western Carolina. So I've got my Western shirt on in her honor. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my lye and put that into its own bowl. Tare our scale, and we're going to get our 10 ounces of water. Some people use distilled water. I don't. This is tap water. It's actually even well water. It works fine. Alright, so our lye is dissolved now, and it's really hot. It should be about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to set this outside and let that start to cool down to approximately 110 degrees. And then we're going to heat our oils up that we mix together in the microwave and get those to approximately the same temperature. So we will see you again once that's complete. Okay, so we are ready to put in our final ingredients. We're going to be putting this apple moss green mica in for our grass layer in our molds. I'm going to add half of this bottle of sunflower sandalwood seed. Nice kind of flowery, woodsy scent for the spring. So 2 ounces of this for a 2-pound soap recipe. So I think we're going to add the color to this oil first and then start adding the lye solution in and the scent last, because sometimes that can make it cure faster. So then we are going to take our mixture and pour half of it into the bottom of each of these molds, like we talked about, and then we'll lay our little daisies on top of them. And Jason is going to be my assistant. Great. Then we're slowly going to add the lye, making sure not to splash. We don't want to get this on our eyes, our hands, or our skin at all. Go a little faster. Perfect. So now we're talking. You see that that's gonna stay laying on the top. So we're calling that done. I'm going to try and just split this as evenly as possible. That looks awesome. Alright. Then I'm going to lay my pretty little daisies in here. Smush that down in there. And now I'm kind of thinking I want to make maybe a little texture on the top of these, so that the green and the blue kind of blend together at the edge instead of just being a defined border. I think that'll be kind of cool. And the lye. Drummer roll. Okay. And you can add all the lye right away. So we are ready to let these sit for 3 or 4 days before we take them out of here, but I think they're going to turn out pretty good. We got the blue poured in while it was still a little bit thinner than the green one was, so I think it's going to fill in those little nooks and crannies okay. I put these little marks here. I ended up using this mold and setting it here, but that's approximately where I'm going to cut those. And I had these little leftover daisies that we cut off the end, so I kind of just stuck them in on the top, and we'll make sure to cut between them when we cut the soap. And I don't know. Yeah, my daughter said that's kind of weird to have daisies in the sky part, which I could see that, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Hi there, welcome back to Sunshine Acres. I'm Kara, and we are going to unmold our soap. This was done on Saturday. Actually, it was a 2-week process doing the inside of the mold and then the rest of it, the surprise inside. So 4 days it's been since Saturday. I think today's Wednesday, and it's feeling like it's going to be hard enough to take this out of here. So let's hope that it turns out as we want. That's always a surprise. Doesn't always turn out as I expected, but so far it always has turned out cool. So we are gonna pull this guy out and then get him out of our silicone mold here. All right. That's pretty good. Typically, if you don't see any big voids on the side, that means there's not a bunch of air bubbles. It's a little soft, but you want it to be a little soft so that you can cut it. You can see our little daisies poking out the end. So, yeah, here we go. All right, the big reveal. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll be okay with that. See our little daisy in the middle. We got a little bit of a texture for the green between the blue. Supposed to kind of look like grass. Alright, we're going to start the second one. I'm definitely happy with how these turned out. One of my favorites so far. So, you saw me stick these little daisies on the top. We'll see how those hold up and if the daisies in the sky look cool or just a little strange. We'll see. I'm not so sure. Jury's still out on this one. Oh yeah, that's interesting. We have a little daisy popping out the top. We'll have to send pictures to Jayla because she was kind of making fun of me. And I have to say she may have been right on this one. But hey, live and learn. That's what I should have done. Instead of putting it in the middle, cut right on one side. That looks better. So that's it. We're done. I have my little field of 24 soaps, my little daisies, and some of them with daisies in the sky. Yeah, I like that as opposed to the one sticking out the top. But then I had a little issue with that because some of it ended up stuck on the other soap and I had to cut it out. So still need to refine that technique. But other than that, I am super happy with this. I had a couple of times where I thought this whole project was going to be ruined. You did not see the making of the daisy molds. That was a disaster. They were setting up, they wouldn't pour in the molds. I didn't think they were going to turn out, and then the green was hardening fast. And in any case, you just never know. So don't give up because, yeah, they turned out perfect. I'm super happy. And I hope you like them, and I hope you learned something from this video, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching us, as always, at Sunshine Acres. Please hit the like button and comment and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.